7 drivers, 21 wheels, 3 horsepower. An epic race with some of the most impressive driving you will ever see. And at the end of it all, we will crown our first ever winner. This is the Ape Racing League. First up, let's meet our drivers. Introducing Chris 1969, Yatesy, Fluffy Mods, Ollie, Hyper 138, Argsy Gaming, and their race weapons, a finely tuned sleek racing machine, rear wheel drive with a mid-mountain engine, supreme maneuverability with a single steer front axle, a wide low slung rear spoiler, and a not to be laughed at 3 horsepower engine. This is the Ape 50. Today's course will see our drivers wind their way around the Hutan Pantai hinterland, the green flag dropping at our main sponsors Yeolio Tractor's yard. Our combatants will weave their way north through the rice paddies and cornfields before a short dash onto the regional motorway leads them into the town of Hutan Pantai, where the glowing neon and the hustle and bustle of this port town is set to cause chaos. Those who emerge on the other side will journey along the scenic coast, but no time to take in the views as a short and sharp burst back up and over the hills will see the final dash towards the finish line and the crowning of the inaugural winner of the Ape Racing League. It's almost time for lights out. Let's join our commentator, well, that's me, at the start line with our drivers lined up, ready to go.
It's a race to the end. We need someone to drop the flag. Oh, we're off. Oh, Fluffy Mods got a great start off there. Hyper on the other side. Ollie and Argsy drag racing it down the side, and Yatesy and Chris 1969 right at the back. Oh, we're getting into some collisions there. Ollie's coming in with the dirty tactics there and dropping us both to the back of the grid. Slow and furious. So we're carrying on straight here, we're heading down towards the motorway, we've got traffic coming in the other direction. Ollie's slowly getting up the outside. Oh, Fluffy Mods has cut the corner, but he's kept it on 3 wheels. Ollie's going tight. I'll take the Valor route. We have Fluffy Mods well out in front. We've got a mid-group there of 4 drivers, all condensed up and very tight. And now we're on to a wonderful open path. Lots of space here. Slowly catching up. Chris and Yatesy are bound up there together, which gives me the chance to sneak through on the front, and we've got their foot flat to the floor. We're going as fast as we can. Ollie's trying to play chicken with the truck. The truck thought better of it and left Ollie on his own. Underneath the bridge, we've got Fluffy Mods out front. Hyper 138 coming in second place. Ollie holding down third. Argsy's in fourth, and behind got Chris 1969 and Yatesy, and that was not the best thing to do, was to change my angle and look around behind me. So we're coming around, we're going to be joining onto the motorway. First I'm going to take this nice and wide and cut the corner. Hit that apex, nailed it. Oof. Right tight, although I think Chris kept more momentum going through there than anyone else. Alright, we're coming up to a little bit of a tricky situation here. This is going to get a little bit narrow and a little bit chaotic as we pop up here onto the left. Fluffy Mods in the lead. Hyper and Ollie following closely behind. We've got cars on the bottom. Ollie's taken the wrong ramp. No, he's managed to cut across and get up there. Oh my goodness, these things go slow up the hill, but Argsy has jumped up into third place. Fluffy Mods is still well out in front. Hyper in second, and there's all sorts of chaos and carnage going on behind us. Ollie, Yatesy can't even see the other guys' names. This has very quickly turned into a 3-ape race. Getting through the tunnel now. Everyone wants to honk their horn in the tunnel, it makes more noise. We can go 80, but we can only hit 38. Fluffy Mods, Hyper out front. Fluffy's really jumped the gun there and got off in front of everyone else. We can see, looking down at the mini-map, we do have 3 more drivers coming through the back. They're going to make up some time, no doubt. A little bit of the calm before the storm before we hit the town of Hutan Pantai. At the moment, everyone is just keeping it calm, keeping it cool, keeping it collected before the chaos of choosing which way to go, choosing which bridge to take, and then figuring out the route from there. Heading across the bridge, we've got the BGA coming up there on the right. I should do map tours like this, right? Racing map tours. Fields all the way scattered down here on the left, and see across into the town of Hutan, Pantai. At the moment we've just hit a open road of 120 kilometers an hour. Wow, these things certainly are not going to be hitting that. We've got some traffic coming up behind us. The guys behind, I reckon they've got cheat codes enabled because they seem to be slowly gaining. We're tapped out here at 38 kilometers per hour. Fluffy Mods up the front, Hyper coming through in second. Argsy still holding down third. Let's get up through here. We're going to hit another tunnel, then the chaos and calamity of running through Hutan Pantai, where one decision could be the difference between winning or losing this first ever Ape Escape race. Fluffy Mods holding down that front spot. Hyper and Argsy just cannot close it down at the moment. It is really a bit of a procession. Fog adding to it because it is making visibility very difficult. Fluffy's gone for the left-hand route. Hyper, which way is he going to go? Oh no, Fluffy's got caught up. Argsy's clipped the barrier as well, and that slowed him down, and that's given Hyper the chance to run Fluffy off the road. Got some pedestrians here. There's traffic to contend with. Oh no, Hyper's managed to avoid the van that turned in front of him. But it is a neck and neck race up the front. Hyper has chosen to go a slightly different route. This is an interesting choice. Is this going to pay off in the long run or not? Fluffy, he's going an even different way. Well, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go straight through the middle here and see where we end up. No one said we had to stay on the roads. This could pay off a big time here. A little bit of local knowledge has paid off. Argsy's coming out in front of Hyper on his right. Hyper on the left here. It's coming through. Oh, stop trying to look where everyone is. Let's keep going straight. Argsy takes the lead from Hyper and Fluffy Mods. You can see the others also taking the lead down the front there. They've gone along the front route. Split here on the bridge. You can hear the others are roaring down on the right hand side, and that might give them an advantage as we get to the end. Now, we're heading into the coastal stage here. This is the scenic part of the map. But there's no time to take in the views or the beauty. No one's going to stop and sunbathe down there on the beach or take in that idyllic little spot. I'm going to carry on along here for a bit, and before we hit a very tight left-hander, we're just going to push everyone down to follow the coast around before we find things. Someone needs a blue shell. It means some Mario Kart power-ups. That'll be the next version of Farming Simulator. Coming up here to the decision time, we do have the tight left-hander to follow. Head on down there. And there we go. Turned off. Argsy's managed to keep it together. It is very close. Looking at the map in the bottom corner, you can see those two orange and blue triangles are right hot on his heels. And I've got to say, I'm a little bit nervous that they're just going to pop up next to me at any point. A little bit more fog down at the bottom here, which leads to a few more visibility issues. Is anyone going to be game enough to cut the corner there on that concrete? It feels like there was. Do I hear some audio coming up on the left hand side? Not quite, but Hyper and Fluffy, I can smell them right there behind me. Oh, you don't see it. It is just a pair of knees. Oh my goodness, I'm sorry. That wasn't very well planned, was it? I can see it. I can't even press my stream deck to change it because it's not working. As we carry on, the drone of the ape running at all full throttle, 38 kilometers per hour. It's a little 4 horsepower single stroke engine, really amping up here. These must be running hot right about now. This cannot be good for them. Let's see if I can do this. We'll put that on cruise control for just a second. No, cruise control did not enable, and that's going to give others a chance to run through. Let's just pop up there because now we can see that map, and Hyper is now ranging up on the outside of Argsy. That has closed that up ever so slightly, and this is really going to be a nail-biting finish. Hyper's got his straps on, he's well belted in, he is nice and safe and secure. Coming up to a bit of a hairpin turn as we get through there. We even got the warning sign on the side of the road there. Don't drive off the cliff because you'll end up in the water, and we all know what happens when Argsy ends up in the water. It could be the new logging league, Garrick. Oh my goodness. We're going to have some competitive ape racing. We have to set up some different courses. Coming around the corner here, this is tight. Fluffy has taken the inside line and he's managed to get past Hyper. He's also carried more momentum through, but goes off-road. Doesn't seem to cost him too much at all. And as we come down here, we might even get a glimpse of the names and get some positions there on the other. Chris Yatesy running there. Oh, what's happened? Fluffy's gone for the tide and he managed to try and cut the corner, but he almost took Argsy out and managed to lose control himself, but that has given Hyper the chance to sneak through on the inside on the right hand side. I'm just checking my map that I am still going in the right direction. Hyper's pulled back out there in front. Let's just go to the in-cab view and let's have a look here. Hyper doesn't have his race suit on though. He's running there with the cowboy helmet, cowboy hat, and we can see the start-finish line is right down there in the bottom corner. This is going to be nail-biting. This is going to be tight. It is a 2-horse race or a 2-ape race. Hyper in the lead on the inside for the second to last corner. Argsy coming around on the outside. Lifts off slightly. Oh, there's a rock there. Watch out. No, it's not. It's a plant, and it's managed to get a little bit sideways. Lost control ever so slightly, and that's probably given Hyper the chance to seal the deal here and to take first place. But no, look out for Fluffy. Fluffy's gone completely off-road. He's gone rogue. He's bouncing across the fields and he could make a late play here in for the game. And would you believe it, Kirim has driven down here. He has set up a perfect gantry for the start-finish straight. Dave's smart money was on a Hyper. Oh, where's he going? No, he's gone into the store. Oh no, it's going to be tight. Who's going to win it? It's going to be a photo finish. Oh, Hyper by the nose of the ape from Argsy. Fluffy Mods coming in there in the third. We'll get turned around and go and see exactly what's going to happen here for the minor placings. Let's just have a look there. Ollie's coming through in a solid 4th place. Tight racing there at the back with Chris. 1969 coming through there in the red ape. And Yatesy. Oh no, Chris is going a little bit haywire, but no, he has managed to make it across the start-finish strip, colliding into Ollie. And Yatesy coming through in the final position. Oh my goodness, that was a 10-minute race. We started at 11:18. It's now 11:28 in game. That is quite possibly the greatest 10 minutes of Farming Simulator that you are ever going to see. We should be hoisting Hyper up here. Now we've got him. We've got him. The winner. Oh, Hyper. Our race champion is getting swung around.